This is an application called Unplug, and if you're looking for a way to reduce the amount of time you spend on your phone, then this app has a pretty cool solution that might just help. So the app automatically selects apps and notifications that it determines are quite distracting based on your usage habits, but you can also customize this as you like within the app settings. But then with the app switched on and activated, anytime you try and use one of the blocked apps, you'll be greeted with a distraction barrier. By default, you've got to shake your phone for like 10 seconds straight to unlock the blocked apps, which makes you look like a madman. But there are other barriers you can choose as well, like scrolling an outrageously long screen or tapping 7 random buttons, or even scanning a custom generated QR code. Next up is Live Loop, and if you're looking to spice up your phone's home screen, well, this is definitely the app to get. Every single wallpaper within the app is not only super visually striking, but they're all live, which means they'll all animate on a loop, resulting in some incredible looking home screen setups. The app also covers a range of different wallpaper categories, from minimal to superheroes to abstract and typography. Pretty much any category you can think of has a wallpaper to go with. The amount of wallpapers to choose from is staggering, so definitely worth a try. Oh, and if you're enjoying this video and you like app-related content, then you might want to check out the new Shorts channel I launched not too long ago, which I'll leave links below. All right, from there we have Solar Weather, and I've got to say, in terms of pure design, this is one of the best weather apps I've come across in quite a while. So firstly, you get a big, high quality animated icon front and center to indicate what the general weather conditions are in your chosen location, as well as the main weather information in big, bold text below that. But then as you scroll down, you'll start to see all sorts of handy information regarding the weather. There's also all of these neat little animations as you go, and most sections are even interactable, meaning you can tap on them to see more information. And then on top of all of that, there's also a really neat looking weather radar down the bottom. So amazing functionality to go with the impressive design. Okay, Equalizer is a pretty impressive little app that can make even the worst phone speakers sound half decent. You just turn the app on, choose from a range of presets or make your own, then play some music. My favorite way to assess the effect being made is just to play a song, find an EQ preset you like, then turn it on and off. Seriously, the difference is really impressive. Have a listen. Now, application shortcuts is a seriously underrated and often forgotten feature that shipped all the way back with Android 7.1 Nougat. And so Super Shortcuts is an app that is sure to remind you just how helpful the feature can still be. So rather than having its own set of random shortcuts, Super Shortcuts will actually allow you to set up custom shortcuts to your favorite apps that will then become the shortcuts for the Super Shortcuts app itself. Does that make sense? So once you've set your apps up, you can then just long press the Super Shortcuts app icon, and there are the apps that you set up. And you can even set up groups of apps, which is pretty cool. Now, if you're someone who gets fed up with the endless clutter in your phone status bar, then did you know that there's actually a hidden Android menu that lets you hide any of the icons on show? It's called the System UI Tuner, but the only issue is it's actually now impossible to find yourself. And so enter Status Bar Icon Hider. This app is so simple that it isn't even really an app. And that's because when you open it, it'll just redirect you to those hidden settings. You'll then see 4 experimental feature headings, but the only one worth looking into is the status bar menu. And it's within this menu that you'll see a fairly long list of every status bar icon that might appear in your status bar, which you can disable as you like. You can literally hide every icon, including the clock, for a super clean look, or just hide individual icons as necessary. Super neat trick. Speaking of super clean, Arcticons is a line-based icon pack, but what really makes it stand out is that it is both free and open source. And given that it's free and open source, it actually also prioritizes supporting apps that are also open source, which are often the last sort of apps you'll find supported by mainstream icon packs. On top of that, the app currently supports over 4,000 different icons, which is up there with some of the best. And there's both a dark and light version of the app, meaning the icons will look killer with just about any setup you use them in. And if you're on the hunt for a new launcher to use the icons with, then why not consider Microsoft Launcher? This is a third-party launcher application developed for some odd reason by Microsoft, but it's got over 50 million downloads on the Google Play Store, so there's a good chance you've already heard of it, but for one reason or another, I've actually never tried it out until this month. And I've got to say, in terms of customization flexibility, this launcher is right up there with the absolute best. Pretty much every feature of the launcher is customizable. Plus, there's some handy, unique features as well, like an expandable dock, password hidden apps, stacks of gestures, and a heap more as well. I've got to be honest, it can be a little overwhelming at first, but give it a few minutes and you'll quickly get the hang of it. Now, as more and more phones have been receiving the Android 12 update, it looks pretty clear that the initially touted Material You auto theming functionality really only works best on a Pixel phone. But one developer who goes by the name Rushikesh has been doing some great work in developing third-party app alternatives that really effectively port a lot of these theming features over to other phones. And one of his best is the aptly named Search widget. This app allows you to place an auto-theming Google search bar widget onto your home screen. And aside from working really well as a basic search bar, there are also some handy customizations you can make within the app settings as well. But in reality, it's the way that it auto-themes itself according to the wallpaper you've got activated that makes it so great. Rushikesh also has an app for that famous clock widget, and even one for theming icons that I've already featured on the channel, so definitely worth checking out his Play Store profile if you're not using a Google Pixel phone. And so finally today we have Emoji Mix, which is a really fun app that allows you to combine two emojis into one. You just select any two emojis and then watch as the app creatively puts them together. And the developer has obviously spent a lot of time meticulously crafting these combined emojis because the results are incredible. Now, not every emoji is available to choose from, but it does apparently have thousands of combinations available. And once you've found one you want to share, just tap the copy button and paste it wherever you want. It's a lot of fun and surprisingly something I can actually see myself using. And that's it. Now, as always, a huge thank you to the developers on screen right now, as they have all been kind enough to give my channel members a promo code to the premium versions of their apps. No questions asked. So if you like the sound of getting a bunch of premium apps for just the price of a loaf of bread every single month, then all you need to do is sign up as a channel member, which you can do so using the link below. Aside from that, links to each app have also been included down below, as well as my new Shorts channel, which you should definitely check out. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you later.